Hello and welcome to the Team Maker walkthrough. I'm going to bring you through all the features and functions of the Team Maker app here. So when you click the button the very first time, you're going to run up on this Past Teams page, which allows you to manage all your different sets of random groups that you may have, from like a poker group to a golf group to different classrooms to however many you want to manage. The key part on this screen, for those who can see them, we have this upper left icon, which is a hamburger menu that lets you share the app, which we love. We have global settings, we have FAQ, we have contact us. Cool thing here on the global settings that you won't find on the in-game settings is under the options menu here, we have a dark mode and we have a light mode. And then we also have this start on game screen. So when this switches on, there's a team established, it will jump you directly to the game screen. So just an option for you there. Play around with it, take a look. So we're going to hit create a random group. Now, I have already preloaded some data in here so that way you don't have to watch me click add names and whatnot. But imagine that there's no classroom A, that this didn't exist. You would come in here and you're going to press this add groups button. So let's say I'm going to create a golf group. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to tap on the golf group, and that's going to bring me into the name management. And I'm going to add two names just right now. I'm going to add Mark, and Mark's a pretty good golfer, so he's an 8. And then I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add Larry, and Larry is kind of like an okay golfer. Now, some of the things here. Let's say one weekend Larry's there, but Mark's not. I can disable Larry for that group, and he's going to be out for that week. I can also go in and I can edit and delete Larry whatever I want. But let's say that Larry's out. So we're going to come back here. We can see in the golf group that it's 1 for 2. The golf group, however, isn't enabled right now. So if I want to enable the members who are in this golf group, I have to click this little button and they're there. So we're going to keep the golf group disabled for right now. Let's take a look at Classroom A. So Classroom A, I've got Tim, Jill, Kevin, Tony, Rick, and all those folks. So we've got some people. We've got now to figure out what kind of team setup we're going to do. So I'm going to say that I want two teams. So 2 teams of 6 will generate, and now I've got two groups. Now what you're going to notice immediately is that those stars impacted where people are, because we tried to keep things fair. We're trying to keep some good players with some bad players and all that fun stuff. If we didn't want to do that, we would come over here to the settings button, we would disable fair teams, and all of a sudden people would be fully randomized throughout the player view. But just to give everyone the heads up, settings only will impact this one group that you're working on. You can have multiple groups with multiple settings, all that fun stuff. And you can look at it in grid view, and then all that fun stuff. Let's say that we wanted to pull in the golf player one more time. We hit generate. Now all of a sudden, because I've required 2 teams, there's a 3 and a 4, right? So that's how this works. We can also add some random players. Let's say there's 6 new people who walked into my class. I hit generate. I didn't want to add them to the app. Player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, we can hit random up here in this little dice, and everything's cool. Now, the fun part about this is that we can also score. So if I go here, I can give players scores. Now I can hold down the button, or I can swipe it to the right, do big adjustments. I can click on the button itself and I can manually put in a score. So everything is configurable on here. I can also then take a look at this from group view. And in group view, I can actually add scores that aren't on a player. So like if I just wanted to score and give teams count, I can do that as well. Now, that gets you to where you can score. Maybe you want to share all of this information. You're going to go up here to the right-hand corner on this menu, and you're going to hit share. And you can share the lineups. You can share the lineups with scores. Let's say we wanted to share the lineups, all images, and we can do this in text. We can show the list of it, people. We can show image of groups. So we can do this. And you're going to see it's clipped right now, but when you send it, everything's fine. Let's see. So all that should enable you to get started with TeamMaker. There are some advanced cases, like if you wanted to import players, this is available for you right here under that button, and it'll show you the text file that you need to copy and paste into the app to load it. And that is pretty much it. Once again, you can edit and delete the group names by swiping here. And if I wanted to remind everyone, once again, like if Kevin and Lily aren't there that one day and I wanted to generate just groups of 2, I would hit generate and I would only see those 2 players. And that's pretty much it. If I hit back, I now have that random game. If I hit plus again, my 2 groups are there, and I can hit generate again, and now I have Mark on this one team. I have the 2 teams that I just generated. I can click on them. I see Mark. I click on the first one. I go back to my first set of random people. So think of the groups as the people who you manage, and then you can pull them into as many different random sets of people that you want to distribute into teams whenever and as often as you want. As always, if you go up here and you hit the contact us, we're going to be more than happy to help you. And, please be sure to check the FAQ and watch a few of the videos, because we have answered some of the questions that have been out there in the past. And hope you guys have a fantastic time using the app. And please let me know if there's anything else that we can do to help you randomize groups of people.